name is Paula Abney. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm also new to Frisbee, but it didn't take me long to figure out that there's a whole lot of cutting, jumping. You have to have the ability to change directions quickly, throwing, and sprinting in Frisbee. So I'm here to kind of help get you guys started on just a very basic strength training program. Alright, so before we get started, we need to warm up. So it's good to still do a dynamic warm up, kind of like you all would normally do if you're getting ready for practice or a game. So Amelia here is going to help me out. So we're going to do some stepping lunges with a twist each side. Then we'll do toe touches down and back. So pull a knee into the chest, just walk. Okay, then we're gonna herd some turtles. All right, then last one, we'll do butt kicks all the way down. All right, we're gonna do a couple band exercises real quick before we move on to using some dumbbells. You're gonna need one of the long bands that have a good amount of stretch to them. If you don't have one of these smaller bands, it's fine. You can always take one of these and tie it together. So the first one we're gonna do is to warm up the shoulders. So you can wrap it if it's really long. You're gonna hold it out right at shoulder height, and then we're just gonna pull apart. You're gonna bring it right to your chest, come back together. This is gonna be good for warming up the shoulders for when we're getting ready to throw, when you're jumping to grab the Frisbee. I would say maybe do like 2 sets of 10 to 15. All right, so the next one is gonna be a rotation with the band. So I just tied it on to a deck. If you've got a tree or a pole, you can tie it on there. So I'm gonna hold it with both hands, start with arms straight out in front, and we're gonna twist to one side. You wanna keep the arms straight, so you're not really using your arms. You wanna try and really focus on using your core, twisting with the hips. All right, so it's really important that we work on core, because with all the cutting, direction changing that you're doing, jumping, it's really important that you have a super strong core. Okay, last one is gonna be some band side steps. So I put the band below my knees. You're always gonna wanna keep some tension in the band and then have a slight bend in the knees. Doesn't have to be a full squat, but just have a little bit of bend. And we're gonna go from side to side, nice and controlled. Again, always keeping some tension. So this is gonna be good for strengthening the hips and strengthening all the muscles around the knee, especially for all the lateral movements that you do in Frisbee. Okay, so now we're gonna do some exercises using dumbbells. So real quick, wanna go over where you should start with weight and how many you should do. So start out doing maybe 2 sets, work up to 3 sets, and probably stick to 10 to 12 reps of each exercise. So today I've got a set of 12s. You probably don't need to start with 12s. Maybe you start with 5s. A good way to figure out if you have the right weight is if you get to the last maybe 3 of your, let's say your set of 10, and it's starting to get challenging, that's when you know you have enough weight. Okay, so then we're gonna start off with a goblet squat. So I'm just gonna hold one dumbbell, hold it up here, have my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna pretend like I'm sitting back in a chair. So we're gonna go up and down. You wanna watch your knees so that they don't come in. Save those knees, so you wanna kind of slightly push them out. And this is good for strengthening your quads, your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings. Okay, next we're gonna do a one-arm snatch. So this is good for leg power and then also overhead for jumping to catch the Frisbee. So it's gonna be a squat down. You're gonna keep the weight close to you, up overhead. It's important to make sure you're doing a squat save the back, you don't want to lean over, so it's going to be a squat. So we'll do a squat, up overhead, we'll do 10 each side. And again, you want to use those legs to push that weight up overhead. This is called a one-arm snatch. Okay, next up we're going to do some body weight lunges. You can always add more weight if you want to make them a little more difficult. Today I'm just going to do body weight. We're going to do 3 different directions. So we're going to do forward, side, and back. So it's important when you're doing lunges, as you step forward, you want to, again, watch the knees. So we don't want to track too far forward where the knee is coming over the toe. So you want to stay upright, keep the hips square. We're going to come back up. So here, I'll do that one again. So forward stepping, then we're going to step out to the side. Keep those feet parallel. Keep that one leg straight. Set the hips back, and then we're going to step it back. So I'll do that one more time. So we'll do forward, out to the side, and then we're going to go back. Okay, next we're going to do step ups. I'm going to show it with weight. You can always do it without weight to start. So when you are doing a step up, you want to make sure you have your whole foot up on the bench or step, wherever you're doing your step ups. The higher you can get your step, the better. That way you can focus a little bit more on getting the glutes and the hamstrings. So when we're here, we're going to try and push off on the foot that's actually on the step, not on the ground. So we're going to go all the way up, easy back down, up, and then easy back down. Okay, next up is a one-legged deadlift. So this is good for strengthening the hamstrings and lower back. Benefit of doing it one-legged is to work on balance, so we don't have, so we can work each leg independently. And this will also work on ankle stability, so when we're doing all of the stepping out, it's good for and jumping, it's good for keeping your ankles strong. So I'm gonna use a dumbbell. You're gonna take one leg back, keep it straight. It's good to focus somewhere on the ground, stand all the way back up. And then of course switch legs. Okay, next up we're gonna work on a push-up with a shoulder tap to help strengthen the shoulders. Again, what we're gonna need, so for all the throwing and again reaching that we're doing to grab the Frisbee, and then I'm gonna do a rotation to also just work on core for, again, all of just the rotating that we do in Frisbee. So we're gonna start here in a push-up position. We're gonna come down, keep the elbows kind of out to, in closer to the side. So we'll do push-up, come all the way up. We're gonna do a shoulder tap, try not to move those hips a whole lot, and then we're gonna rotate, come all the way back down, rotate to the other side, keeping the core tight, then we'll go back into a push-up. All right, so now we've got a Russian twist to work on core, particularly the obliques, so right on the side. You can use this with a weight. You can also do it body weight. You can keep your feet on the ground, slightly bent. You can also make it a little harder, put feet up. So today I'm just gonna do it down. And then I want you to see the difference. So here's the right way. We want chest up, shoulders back. We're gonna go from side to side, nice and controlled. What you wanna avoid is rounding the back. So we don't want this. So you don't want here hunched over. So keep chest forward, looking straight ahead, rotating from side to side. Okay, next up is gonna be a bent over dumbbell row to work on your back. So we're gonna lean over at the hips, still kind of set the hips backwards. Arms are gonna be straight. We're gonna pull straight back, keep the elbows close to the side, and you're gonna pretend like you are squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. Okay, next we're gonna do a single arm dumbbell row. We're gonna do it using the bench so that you can really work on stabilizing the back, hold the core tight. So I'm just gonna put one knee up, hold one hand down here, weight's gonna be down at my side. We're gonna pull straight back, just like you're starting a lawnmower. You're gonna pull your shoulder blade in towards your spine. Okay, thanks guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, get in touch with GLO. Y'all can shoot me an email if you have any questions at all. Thanks so much to my awesome crew over here. All right, woo!